we as human beings want to try to understand what's best for our bodies, what's best for our families, and how to offer that. And it's sad that just this absolute global quest for power and money is enslaving us into only seeing one narrative now, right? Like you go back thousands of years to Egyptian times and Roman times and Babylonian times. There's been natural doctors and natural health practices forever, right? And yes, they were primitive, and yes, they didn't have the science to understand why these things did what they did, but they had enough of an understanding to know, for instance, we go back 10,000 years for silver. The Egyptians were throwing silver coins in milk vats and water because they knew it would purify it and it wouldn't grow bacteria. Science didn't tell them anything more than that, but they had an understanding that, hey, this is working, right? Where do you think silverware and silver plates and silver trays came from? It could have been gold, it could have been copper, it could have been lead, it could have been a number of different metals, right, that could have made these products. And then, yes, they did in many cases, but why did silver raise to the highest ranks and the affluent people use that for eating and serving food with? Well, because they realized it had antimicrobial properties to it. The food didn't go bad, it lasted longer. So if you could afford to use those tools in those days, then you did, right? So how do we, you mentioned tea tree oil earlier. Like, we look at the early trade routes, in Europe. Well, they were trading herbs, they were trading natural botanicals that were grown in each of these different regions or mined in each of these different regions, for health and wellness, right? So what we're seeing here is we're seeing thousands of years of human civilization completely wiped out of the history books because it doesn't fit the current narrative and they can't make money on it.